Craig, I'm gonna ask you this:
Bro.
What's your team free agency grade so far? And who would you like them to sign with the remaining free agents out there?
Not looking good, man. You know what, man? I'll give them. Man, I probably would give them maybe like a C plus, just because they did try to get. Now I don't know if they'll try, but they put out offers out there to certain players. Players just didn't want to sign with the Panthers. I understand they're not like a big time splashy team. They're not in a big market
Yeah,
or whatever. But sometimes you have to win to pretty much convince players to want to come there, or have a culture around that the team to want players to want to come there. They were like, and they were in the top 10 as far as cap space goes, or money wise, and they just didn't land.
I
Like,
was I was surprised y'all didn't get Curtis Samuel. I thought he was going to resign.
I figured they was keep him because he wanted. I figured he wanted too much, but I didn't want him to go to Washington. The teams I don't want players to go to that lead the Panthers are the three division teams in Washington.
Yeah,
Other than that, you can just spread. Maybe Dallas, because a lot of Panthers players go to Dallas too. So other than that, spread it around. Go to these other teams. But
yeah.
it's always seems I didn't think it would. But like they got some linemen. They got a linebacker. They got a pass rusher, edge rusher. They got a cornerback today.
Yeah. Riddick was a
Um,
good one.
they still need to get a tight end, and they still obviously need to address the quarterback situation. And they got a wide receiver to replace Samuel.
Did you say they need a tight end or they got one?
They need a tight end.
Okay.
They lost their tight end to Jacksonville. So I thought they were going to go out and get like Hunter Henry or what's his name, Jono Smith.
Yeah.
They didn't get either one of those.
I
So
think they even got the tight end from is he still out there? The Rams. What's his
the
name?
Rams, Everett.
Yeah.
I thought he signed, but I could be wrong. I thought he signed with.
I think he signed, but I think
Yeah,
he
I
would
think
have
he
fit.
signed.
I think he would have fit with y'all.
But I think pretty much. So they just have to go out and finish getting a tight end, or just they can save it for the draft. They have money tied up for that as well. But obviously the names aren't splashy names that they're signing. I think they kind of overpaid for the two linemen that they got. But whatever. Hassan is gonna be really good to go opposite of Burns. If they decide to keep Burns, hopefully they do and don't trade him. But I just wish they would have done more. Like I really wanted to go after a tight end. I wanted to go after a corner. Like I really wanted Williams, that from Cincinnati,
Uh,
that the Washington football team got. I was irritated about that. But he probably wanted, I think he wanted more money, so obviously that wasn't going to work. But they picked up some decent players. It's not going to really put them over the top of the Saints, in my opinion. Even though the Saints don't have Drew Brees, definitely not going to put them over the top of Tampa. So they'll still be competing down the bottom with Atlanta, regardless of who the quarterback is. So still my needs, because their line is just still terrible. Like they picked up two linemen, they have one. They still need a left tackle. They still need another cornerback and a tight end. Those are my three positions of need.
okay.
I'll probably look at the list again to see who's actually still out there, who is actually still available, because it changes all the time. But that's who I want them to go after.
The Bears just released Kyle Fuller, the cornerback.
Yeah, and I remember when Carolina went after Breland a couple years ago, and then Breland had he failed his physical, and then he ends up with Kansas City or whatever. So I really wish they had signed him. I think he would have been a solid cornerback, but it is what it is. They didn't, and now they're kind of in the situation where they're at right now. So they still have a lot of players out there. That Mike Davis is still out there. I like Mike Davis. He was solid as a starter last year, pretty much.
Yeah.
He didn't wow me or nothing like that, but he was a solid. He could be a solid number two. Hopefully they'll at least address those issues. If not in the free agency, then the draft definitely after their quarterback situation.
Yeah, Mo, what do you think, Mo?
Man, I would give us a B minus going on C.
Damn.
I still think
That's tough.
Whoa.
Hey.
No, I think.
Wow.
I would be in your class, Mo.
Nah, I mean, the left side of the line still need to be addressed for me.
Okay.
I think one more tight end, and I like Curtis Samuel, but I would like us to get more physical at the wide receiver position. I understand the speed, but I feel like we don't have that physical, just dog receiver, like just that. Like McLaurin, now you got McLaurin as a speed receiver. You added number two, but I feel like we don't have that dog physical groundhog receiver type. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see us get one of those. But I'm interested to see, and I'm excited to see what we're going to do offensively when you add a Curtis Samuel, because now with Curtis Samuel's speed and with his running ability, you add him in there with Gibson and all the stuff we could do. Man, I'm excited to see what we can do with that offense now. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see us upgrade that left side of the line a little bit more. I would love to see us get one more tight end. So with us doing the things we've done this offseason, I think we're going to be more of a spread out offense now. I don't see us being more, I see us being more of a spread around type of offense now. You know what I'm saying?
Mo, I'm giving the Washington football team, I'm actually giving them a A-, between the 89 and 90, maybe B+, A-. The reason is this. First of all, I liked William Jackson when he came out of college, and I think he got a raw deal in Cincinnati, and then he was healthy, and I really was a corner. Great sign. His cap is until next year when the deal goes up. I just read that they just signed a new TV deal. Amazon is exclusively going to have Thursday night footballs. And they said Monday night, that's what they said. They said Amazon gets exclusive rights to Thursday night football. And they said Monday night, they're going to be able to flex. So Monday night football, and you know how sometimes you like at the end of the season, you're like, oh, I want to watch that. So now Monday night football has a chance to flex the final few games of the season. That's probably going to be interesting. But anyway, I think they get an A-. They control the cap. William Jackson is a great signing. Curtis Samuel, great signing. I understand, Mo, we are going to spread it out. I know you want to get more physical, but I think with that offense, it's going to be – it's better than where we were last year, especially with Curtis Samuel. He's able to run the ball. He's able to be in the slot. He can go outside. He's so many things you can do with Curtis Samuel. You have Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson. Man, that sounds good. Now, I do want them to sign Sheriff to a long-term deal, and I think they will.
Absolutely.
I think he's going to get that Joe Turney type, the 5-year, probably around 80, 85 million. He's probably going to get that type of deal. He deserves it. I understand about the physical receiver, but the draft is coming up, Mo. We could get a receiver in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Would you still get, with the moves we made, would you still get a receiver in the 1st round?
No, I would get a left tackle at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just straight up left tackle. Just not even messing around. Left tackle. Now, this draft, though, the 2nd round, I would probably get maybe a linebacker. The 3rd round, I would get an offensive lineman. But if it's a quarterback there that I like, that I could develop for a year, I would get him because Fitzpatrick is a stopgap. Or he might not be. We might go to the playoffs and then sign him again, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think that he's a stopgap quarterback. They could in the 3rd round, I could see Kyle Trask being there, especially with these speedy receivers. He fits our offense. I feel like we're going to have a yak offense. Pass the ball to Curtis Samuel and watch him go 80 yards. So I like it, man. I do want us to address the linebacker position. I don't think that's going to happen in free agency right now. So, but yeah, right. Draft straight left tackle. I think if we get a left tackle, our line will be pretty solid.